are back. Thank you for joining us again, of course. We are live. Now we're inside of the Fap Den. It was kind of a wind thing.
Yeah, Storm Johnson decided to come around.
Yeah, Pat was also shooting around.
Also, for all you counting out there, that's 2 Storm Johnson references.
Yeah, so update your scorecard.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do the whip around the league. We started this last time. It didn't get recorded, unfortunately. So I don't think we had any super hot takes that didn't get recorded.
Well, we had to make the appropriate firings.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know. Okay, so this Freaky Fast Whip Around the League is obviously brought to you by Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Delivery. Free smells, a lot of mayo, good subs.
Yeah, Ben, when you order food, how fast do you want it to get to you?
I don't know. How fast does Al Davis look for when they're looking for 40-yard dashes in the draft?
Yeah. All right.
Fast,
I like that. All right, so we skipped the Thursday night game because fuck Denver.
Yeah. Again, no TNF talk.
Yeah, we had a 9:30 kickoff, which was fun.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my first question before we get into football.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the amount of hairdos that are in the stands at a football game? Assuming that there's a lot of hairdos in London.
I like the Raiders hairdos. I do. I would never go. I would never wear spikes on my shoulders when I go, but I appreciate that they wear mohawks and whatnot.
But no, I'm talking about like you have like a do, like a European do. Are you okay with that being in your sport?
I don't do dudes.
Okay, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But quickly, what are your thoughts on the 9:30 game?
It's more football on a Sunday.
I 100% agree. When I can wake up and have football on, except for it fucks with your fantasy lineup. Thursday night football already does that, but Sunday 9:30, I woke up in a panic and I had already missed the first quarter. Okay, but the game was the Lions at the Falcons.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say. There's one question to be had. Did Atlanta beat themselves or did Detroit find a way to win? But before you answer that,
go.
Detroit's a wild card team. They looked like a wild card team. They looked like a wild card team. So.
Our boy Jalen Rose is fired up, obviously.
Yeah.
Atlanta sucks. Period. They don't have anybody. Matt Ryan might be overrated. He looks like an NFL quarterback, and he has a strong arm, and I think that forces people. White? Yeah, he's 6'4", white, and like can speak correctly.
Which is rare in the NFL these days.
Yeah, especially with
leave stuff in your mouth.
Yeah. But that's my take on that game. All right, moving on. Let's just touch on the Patriots game now.
So in the first segment, we talked about the Patriots here and there, and as in the entire segment.
Pretty much. That's all I can think of.
What I will say is that this was on the schedule as the first quarterback test, technically.
Yeah, besides Gino.
The second piece is that Rich watched the entire game with a blanket around his head because of how much Darrell Revis was blanketing Brandon
Blanket
Mitchell.
Coverage. Still no coverage sacks. Weird, but that's okay.
And the third piece is that I hope the NFL was watching this game.
Yeah, I hope the national media is watching this game. Because we looked good. Period. We looked fantastic. Brandon LaFell, Tim Wright, Rob Gronkowski, all our weapons.
This is the guest performance. Freaky Fast Deliveries brought to you by Jimmy John's. Danny, welcome to the podcast.
Grab a seat.
This is the unannounced guest of the podcast. We need, brought to you by Jimmy John's.
You gotta get in the picture. Come on, all right.
Okay, so Danny comes unannounced to the podcast. So he's a very robotic.
This is live TV. Obviously.
This is live TV. He's a robotic fantasy football guy. He's just numbers. He's kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger in.
Yeah, Dan. Just quickly, your takes on the Patriots game.
It was a good game. We crushed them.
Fantasy perspective.
Edelman fucked me.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on him?
I hate him.
Just statistically.
I thought we were all ignoring his drop.
He's putting up bad numbers every game.
Dude, that's a little harsh. I thought we were all ignoring Edelman's drops. I thought that was a collective mindset thing.
No, it needs to be addressed. He's missing almost every pass that gets thrown to him.
Well, this is why Danny comes onto the show because he's just a robotic fan.
Yeah.
It's numbers.
When bad things happen to Patriots, we just blissfully.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pat.
All right. Let's continue our whip around the league, and now we have a fresh perspective from our guest Dan Delaney. You can find him where on Twitter?
I couldn't tell you.
At the
I don't
Twitter
remember what my handle is.
At Fap Den.
I hope you're not. I hope you're not a Twitter.
I'm not an active tweeter, so don't follow me.
Yeah, let's throw up his digits though. All right. Well, we appreciate Dan for the time that he took to come here. We're gonna continue our whip around the league. The next game is Seattle at Carolina.
Let me have one word.
Go ahead.
Vulnerability.
Yeah. Seattle. Average.
Let me ask you this: is it the locker room?
I don't want to say this is why you have white quarterbacks, but that's what I'm thinking.
What about avoiding quarterbacks that are black but are technically black but actually white?
Yeah, just if you're gonna get a quarterback that's white, get a white quarterback.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The bottom half.
that defense. I read
Yeah.
a Barnwell article as much as I hate Barnwell. They don't get pass rushers anymore. They don't have pass rushers, and the cap is quietly catching up to them. You look at Brandon Browner over in New England, getting all the illegal contacts down the field.
You mean Love?
Yeah, Love. Also illegal contact.
Guys, Pittsburgh's up 17. Just saying.
That bitch giving us an update. But
This
yeah,
unannounced take is brought to you by Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Delivery.
yeah. In terms of Carolina, Cam Newton can't carry this team. He's got a fantastic smile. Guy probably brushes his teeth a lot because he's got the best smile in the league. But what else do you have on Carolina?
They'll always just shoot for the wild card spot, and that's all they got. They've when you draft as good as Kelvin Benjamin is,
Yeah.
when you draft
Florida
for
State.
when you have desperate needs, the last thing you look for is a receiver.
Yeah. Remember when we crushed him in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, Jake Delhomme. I wonder where he is at.
That's all you got to say.
Also, this is this Browns fan shout out is brought to you by Peyton Hillis.
The Browns
And
are
Jake
on
Delhomme.
bye right now, right?
No, they're playing right now.
Oh, okay.
Is it Jake Delhomme Browns?
Yeah,
Browns.
All right, we got Baltimore at Cincinnati. Just play it. Just play it. Just let me eat some crow right now.
No, I'll let you eat.
I still don't think Cincinnati's good.
So this is what Rich is referencing. We had a mockumentary
Yeah.
about. So we did a dry run of the podcast. I still think Cincinnati is the they slip in as the wild card team. Rich thinks that they're terrible.
Yeah,
I think
let's
Rich only has.
Let's move out.
Cincinnati's the
5.
best
Yeah, we're
bad
almost
good
done.
team. They're not good. I don't care what happened today. Baltimore is good. I'm petrified of Baltimore. I forever will be. Also, that kick from like 2 years ago never made it inside the goal post. That's all I gotta say. I've seen enough freeze frames to know that. All right, next we got Miami destroying Jacksonville.
There's nothing to say about this.
Yeah, next Kansas City all over St. Louis.
That's pouring one out for St. Louis.
Fuck.
And Sam Bradford in his contract.
Sam Bradford, last number 1 overall pick before they subtracted the first round pick.
Next segment, we're going to find out where Jamarcus Russell is in honor of the rookie contract till time.
Yeah, and in honor of Scissor. Do you have anything to say about St. Louis?
No.
This is all you got to say. Pass rush is a little bit fluky year to year. St. Louis got after the quarterback last year. They're having a really, really hard time getting there this year. I think pass rush is fluky unless you're in New England and then you can never get after the quarterback. All right, next we got Buffalo putting up 43 points on the Jets.
Okay, so this is another mockumentary segment that I had.
Yeah.
Geno Smith is the worst quarterback in the league.
I'm gonna.
I'd rather have Kyle Orton every day of the week and twice on Sunday. And how many weapons is it going to take to load up on the Jets for them to realize that it doesn't matter about weapons, you just need a new quarterback.
Yeah, man. I guess Percy Harvin matters, right? Oh wait, no, he doesn't.
No.
This Jets team, is never going to be good with Rex Ryan as a coach. Rex Ryan is a defensive coordinator, and he's a good one, but he's not a head coach. He's got his guys playing for him. He's got them playing as good as they can. Rex Ryan can't do offense.
That's that pour one out is brought to you by Jimmy John's Fast Delivery.
Fast delivery.
That's to Rex Ryan's coaching career with the New York Jets.
Buffalo is also never going to be good. Nice Mario Williams contract.
I can't wait for Marshawn Lynch to go back there.
All right, we got an overtime game. We had an overtime game earlier.
We did.
We filmed segment 1 when the overtime was going, so we didn't actually get to watch it. But Minnesota wins 19-13 over Tampa Bay in overtime.
This was Teddy Bridgewater's time to shine and show that he can be good against bad teams and bad against good teams, and he performed.
Yeah.
He performed.
Not a terrible day for Teddy Bridgewater. If you're a Teddy Bridgewater believer, this is a game that makes you think that it can happen.
And you're also the second believer because of the entire club.
You're already one? No, I am one. I believe Teddy Bridgewater is good. In terms of what it means on the landscape of the league is nothing. Tampa Bay is terrible. Minnesota's terrible. Two terrible teams playing each other. But, overtime games are cool. Next. That's all I got. My phone's loading, so bear with me. Next, we got Houston 30, Tennessee 16. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Ben.
let's wrap this up. We got plans.
That's just a product of IQ. Ryan Fitzpatrick out of Harvard, he knows how to win because he learned it in Harvard. You know who else was in Harvard?
Not me.
Richard Sherman.
Well, we went to Stanford, but okay. Same kind of class of school.
Yeah.
Okay, so Houston, Tennessee. Tennessee's terrible. Tennessee's bad. They gave us Akeem Harris for nothing. Tennessee's season is done.
Somewhere Steve McNair is rolling around in his grave.
Yeah, Air McNair. And didn't Rob Baronis play there too?
You're right.
I think so. Houston is that girl that teases you. You have a lot of these things. She's got tits, but she's just not gonna put out because Houston isn't gonna win enough games to make the playoffs.
Yeah. That take is brought to you by Patrick McKinney.
Yeah, that was a Pat McKinney take.
Analogy.
Okay, now we got a couple games to preview for you in case you're of the gambling mindset. We got Green Bay at New Orleans, just a battle of quarterbacks tonight.
Green Bay is going to crush New Orleans.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yo, I'm getting in my ear. We got to move though. So.
Yeah, we got to. Our producers are telling us we got to move along. Monday night we got Washington, Dallas. What do you got?
Roll the Colt McCoy jokes.
Yeah. Dallas is overrated. That's all I got.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, well, we'll pick this up next week, and as always, if you want quick, easy, delicious subs, Jimmy John's. They got freaky fast delivery. You can get as much mayo as you want on the subs, and yeah.
Appreciate you watching. Keep up the viewer counts.
And this is our knockout segment, also represented by our new sponsor.
Yeah.
KO Pies.
KO Pies.
Good meat pies.
Where can they find you on Twitter?
They can find me either at Fap Den. It's at Fap Den. We're looking for a new Twitter picture, so tweet at us to figure out what's going to replace the Twitter egg. And find me at bpreston82. I'm still hanging on to my high school days. Yeah, you can find me at Sapler34. Shout out to Paul Pierce, obviously. Yeah. That's all I got. You got anything to say to the people before we leave? NBA starts in 3 days. That'll be fun. We're in the mecca of sports. Enjoy it while it lasts. You only got a bite of the sandwich left. Yeah. Shout out to Dan Katz rolling around his grave somewhere. And go Royals. Yeah. And Dog Pound. Peyton Hills. Till next week.